It's been a while since I've shouted out videos. Well, hello, Mocha. This guy made a new video 8 days ago. I'm going to shout it out, play the video, and see how you guys do it. I'm not going to do the full video because my dad's going to Kansas City. Mom has to hear how Dad drives. So let's go. Hurry up.
Wait, I haven't made a video about that one yet. Today it's time to make that video. But what is it? XI3? XB? I actually don't know. Like usual, I've done no research. In my head, I keep referring to this thing as the hypercube. And the reason I say that, do you guys remember this? The Jimmy Neutron hypercube? So as far as I'm concerned, this is the hypercube. But what is it? Probably a computer. I don't know. Look at this. Looks like a computer to me. Wait, DisplayPort / HDMI? That's a new one. 2 mini display ports. The power jack. USB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, these are eSATA, but eSATA is not real, so those are USB. Oh, excuse me, this one's not USB. This is keyboard plug. Also, my bad again. These are actually lightning connectors. USB 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's how that works. Ethernet, audio in, audio out. The one cool audio port with the red laser. All in all, not too bad. And you know what? For once, I think I actually have the right cable for this. Hold on. 19 volts, 3.43 amps. 19 volts, 3.3 amps. Wait, you can actually put 12 to 24 volts through this thing. That's pretty cool. That is some idiot protection right there if I've ever seen it. I'm sure someone in the audience is happy that I didn't have to break out the variable power supply for this one. Oh, so she's going. Wow, didn't have to hit the power button or anything. Okay, well, we're not quite ready for that.
You probably don't hear it.
Taking it apart. Which end do you start on? I genuinely don't know. Okay, this end. Alright, everybody. What's inside the hyper?
My TV's so far away, you probably don't hear it.
Huh. I don't know. I think that is an infrared receiver? I don't know. Either way, I don't have a remote. Okay, now what? You pull it out? You dump it out. Oh, you can certainly dump it out. Look at this. They pretty much made the trash can for Apple. It's just a cube of computing. What era even is this thing? So we've got an unpopulated MSATA.
He basically takes all that tape.
See you later. Bye-bye. Then we have a populated MSATA, a 128 gigabyte SATA 3. Oh, this is like this brand too. So it is XI3 storage.
If you can't read that, I'm zooming
Cool
in.
enough to have their own SSDs. I see how it is. This is not having a good time. We'll just put this out of its misery, I guess. This is whatever you do.
Commercial went on.
Okay, bye-bye. Wait, what? Uh-oh. AMD? Oh, no. Hey, I like AMD just as much as the next guy. But when you see stuff from the MSATA era, and then you see AMD, it usually means that you're not in for a good time. Then this is probably the CPU? Good God, what is in here that can be cooled by these two?
How is the video already 3 minutes long?
Dude, is this going to be another Windows XP video? Wait, okay, no. 2010 to 2013. At best. I mean, we've got the AMD chipset on this thing. So if this isn't just like a little dedicated graphics card, which would be sick, but I don't think so because there's no heatsink on it. This is probably a chipset, which means this is probably a mobile AMD CPU. Should we take the heatsink off? No, I'm not gonna take the heatsink off. We gotta build the suspense. There's no fun in knowing what the CPU is this early, and we haven't even covered the
dedicated wham.
Look at all those. This is about as dedicated.
You
can't even remove
it. Wham.
What else really is on here? Reassembly time. Well, now I guess we're supposed to just plug it in. And I know we have the right AC adapter for this already, but I got a new toy. I want to show you. So this is a Type-C to barrel jack cable. There's a chip inside of the Type-C end that's smart enough to demand 19 volts from any Type-C AC adapter. And then this end right here just goes right in there. So look at this. I can take this guy and then plug it into USB-C 1, because that port can do 100 watts. We don't even need 100 watts. We only really need 65, but this will work. So USB-C 1, plug in the phone charger. Oh, look at that. There it is. That's crazy. I am powering an entire computer off of a USB wall charger. And you know, actually, it's not just any charger. It's a charger from Ugreen.
Wow, wow.
Ugreen makes some of the best chargers around. Don't believe me? Well, that's fine. That's your opinion. But you're wrong. True or false? Ugreen uses AirPyra and GaN Infinity Tech to make efficient and fast chargers. False. They make super efficient and insanely fast chargers. Whether you need 65, 100, or 160 watts, Ugreen's got something for everybody. But the 100-watt version in particular is the perfect sweet spot between price and versatility. Need something to power your Ugreen RevoDock docking station? The Nexode Pro 100-watt has you covered. 3 devices with only 1 outlet. Yeah, it does that too. No matter which one you pick, every one of the Nexode Pro chargers comes with both USB-C and USB-A ports. So don't worry, your phone, tablet, laptop, and even your Leapfrog are all compatible. Head on down to the description to save 15%.
Here you go if you want the description, and if you haven't seen it, I don't know, I don't freaking care. I don't freaking care, just look at it.
Well, there's the BIOS. Man, that felt too easy. After messing with the Google Meet, having to do so much, just ripping my hair out with that thing, I forgot how nice it was to just use a real computer sometimes. Oh no, 48
What up?
megabytes of DDR3.
I'ma show y'all how to stack up $5,400 right now for free, but I'm betting most of you won't call.
Play or something? Hold on. Oh wait, what the heck? So it's like present. Are you actually doing stuff? Or are you just fooling me? I've seen many a blinking underscore in my days. You can't fool me. We're gonna go from HDMI to mini DisplayPort to regular DisplayPort. This is fine. Something tells me this isn't fun. Well, now I just don't get anything. Very cool. How does that happen? How does plugging in 2 adapters in a row make it so you can't even get video from the port that you were just getting video from? You gotta be kidding me, man. This stuff only happens to me, I swear. Okay, let's do this correctly.
I'm sorry,
HDMI
that
into the capture card.
happens to you a lot.
DisplayPort end into DisplayPort port.
I mean, if you're lying,
You gotta be
then
kidding me.
I
What have I done?
don't
What have I done to
freaking care.
deserve this? Here I was thinking this was going to be a short video. I was like, oh, you know, it's just a normal computer.
Yeah,
And, you know,
until I
and
think
everything
you.
works, and we're just going to boot it up. And
Some computers aren't like
But no.
take apartable.
Reset the BIOS. Where's the
Like I have a
there's the
B-Link
battery.
one. I've never
On out.
tried and like
Nothing.
I've
That's
never tried
super
taking it
cool.
apart,
Not even
but
gonna lie, I actually
not
don't
gonna
really know
lie.
what to do. Like it's actually just broken. Did I seriously kill this thing by daisy chaining mini DisplayPort adapters together? There's no way.
What up, Dad?
I'm gonna take a moment.
Have fun at Kansas City.
Just as mysteriously
Have
as
fun
it
at
stopped
Kansas
working,
City.
it has started
Or
working.
whatever.
I put the BIOS
Thank you.
battery back in. I'm now using
Ah!
for HDMI to DisplayPort cable, and now it posts. However, it still doesn't boot. We're going to put the flash drive back
Is that
in.
a YouTube
and we're
thing?
going to reinstall Chimera OS.
Yeah,
Except
she
this
let
time,
me
we're gonna
watch
choose
this
a
one.
JIT.
Mhm.
That's it. Firmware overrides and unstable builds. Hell, we've already got an unstable build. Alright. It's not working. Who was it that said that we should use Chimera OS? No, I don't even like Chimera OS. Get out of here. Nah, Bazite. That's where it's at.
Ah!
Right on the Google Meet. Everything else that I wanted to try completely just doesn't run. It'll work great here too. What?
What?
Invalid image? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Alright, who said that we should be using Bazite? No, I hate Bazite. Windows is my favorite. There we go. Easy peasy. Look at that. We love Windows on this channel. Windows is the best.
Yeah, I like
works.
Windows.
I'm sure we won't run into any problems.
I'm Windows
Except this
10
thing
and
only has 4
11.
gigs of RAM, or God knows what CPU.
What?
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what a good time looks like right there. Oh, boy. And here we are. Windows 11, my favorite SteamOS. So you might
Maybe.
notice that I've already got some stuff going on here, but I haven't seen the CPU yet. We're going to take a look at together right now.
I'm going inside the computer with you.
What? AMD R464L APU? What? I've never heard of anything like that. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, look at this. Radeon HD graphics. That's pretty gaming. Okay. How many cores do we got? Oh, wow. This is a quad-core CPU. This is not as bad as I thought it was. I straight up thought that this was going to be like an Intel Atom competitor or something. Okay. Okay. This is kind of workable. But this. Oh. Wait, no, hold on. 8 gigs. Wait, what? Hardware reserved 4.8 gigabytes? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna need to do some investigating here. So what's the deal? I'm just gonna go through everything here until I can figure out... Oh, hey, look. It did say the CPU in the BIOS. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through everything until I can figure out why the heck we only have 4 gigs of RAM to work with if Windows is saying we have 8. That doesn't make any sense.
I'll just see.
I've got the graphics driver installing now, and while that's going, I wanted to take a look at this.
Well, you always
I
text
want to
me.
see what
Okay.
HW info says for the RAM. Oh,
That should be all.
memory.
Smooth.
Okay,
No.
memory module. And then 4 gigs on
Can I have
memory
some to
module
eat?
one.
My
I don't understand.
watermelon.
There's no more
Memory
watermelon.
Taking all of it. What, 768 megabytes? So what even is the CPU? AMD Radeon HD 7660G Trinity Devastator? Holy cow. Devastator graphics? Isn't that like the one really big construction transformer? Like the excavator and the bulldozer, and they all combine and make the big guy? We've got that guy as a graphics card. Dude! Trinity Devastator embedded. But seriously, what is going on with the RAM? So, you guys are not gonna believe this. This thing was like a prototype Steam box? You remember like old school Steam OS from back in the day, when Valve was making Steam machines with Alienware and all that stuff. Somehow this thing is related to all of that from back then? It was called the Piston? I genuinely had no idea. I was just like, oh hey look, little weird computer thing, okay cool, I'll make a video about it. But what? And all of this lines up with the specs that are in this thing too. Quad-core Quad-core CPU, entry-level gaming graphics, Trinity. So, what the heck? See, this one says Piston on it. Mine just says Xi3. Is this Valve Steam box? I don't know. Wait, what was that guy doing? Anyway, still struggling with this, and the graphics driver did not install, so I'm going to keep working on that. Getting this thing all set up and ready to game took 10 billion years. Neither of us have that kind of time, so I'm going to give you a rundown of what happened. The drivers from AMD didn't work at all. Neither these ones or the older Catalyst ones. Eventually, with enough Googling, I found my way onto this page from archive.org. It was a backup of all of the files that Xi3 hosted for their computers back in the day. Importantly, this pack contained all the drivers. I installed the graphics drivers for the X7A model, which I believe is what mine is, but interestingly, these didn't work. However, after installing the Xi3 Piston display driver, Windows actually picked it up. But the fight wasn't over yet. After a reboot, the computer would refuse to go back into Windows. It would just crash and reboot before it would get to the desktop. And I'm not too surprised, since this driver was made for Windows 7. So let's push our luck a little bit less and take our OS back down a version to Windows 10. And there we go. Now it's working fine. Bam. It's using 4 gigabytes. What's the deal? Honestly, I still have no idea. But in the pack I downloaded from archive.org, there was a BIOS update file for the X7A. This version of the BIOS might be newer than the one I'm using right now, and it could fix this RAM problem. Either way,
I'm
it's the
turning
only
the
shot I have
brightness
at
down
using more than
on
4
my
gigs,
phone.
so I know what I have to do. I booted into a Windows PE environment to run the BIOS update tool, and then I took a backup of the current BIOS just in case. After that was done, there was only one thing left to do. The only thing standing between me and 8 gigabytes of RAM was a file named Titan105.rom that I found on the internet. I hit enter, and the BIOS began flashing. Every percent that went by gave me equal parts excitement, hope, and dread. What if it failed? What if this wasn't the right BIOS for this device? What if it flags the RAM problem? What am I gonna do? But eventually it finished, and after a reboot, there it is. 8 gigabytes of glorious DDR3. Everything is now ready so that we can game on the Xi3 computer.
Oh yeah!
Machine from 2013, but then fell through, so it didn't. Also, it
Wait,
looks like the
what?
Tiny Neutron hype. I won't even lie. I am beyond amazed right now. Flashing a random BIOS from the internet against my better judgment completely fixed the problem. During my troubleshooting, I did completely wipe the SSD and then I reinstalled Windows 10. But the graphics driver works on Windows 10 just fine, so that's good. But I do need to go and re-download all the games. We're gonna go from top to bottom. My prediction is this is gonna be too easy. This is also gonna be too easy. And then these two are gonna give this thing a run for its money. Portal 2 would have come out around the same time this thing was built. And Team Fortress 2 just runs like shit. The masochist in me requires me to play Counter-Strike 2. And since my space heater broke, I'm gonna run Doom Eternal.
I have one question.
Yeah,
Bring
no,
this
this is
studios.
nothing for this thing. Yeah, this is...
Why does every YouTuber almost say bad words? Except for me and Sally VR. Go check Sally VR out. She's doing bad. Please subscribe to her. I'll get her channel up too. And also support my channel as well.
Nothing for this thing. Yeah, this is nothing for this. This is nothing for this thing. In conclusion, Half-Life is nothing for this thing. I do have to say though, the CPU temperature is a little bit high. Although I think this is like a mobile APU, so I guess that's probably
This
fine.
video's already 17
CPU
minutes
usage,
long.
like
Dang,
Half-Life
this
is
storage
not
is gonna
great.
get up
Alright, well, easy
high.
enough. Let's try Half-Life 2. Alright, this is max settings, 1080p, Half-Life 2. It is the GPU right now. And the CPU is only still at like 40-ish% utilization? What the heck? So we're definitely going to be limited by these
That game is probably not for like age 8.
Than like an Intel HD 3000 or whatever. Man, thank
Please
goodness we got the
my
RAM
age,
increase.
please.
In Half-Life 2, we're almost using 4 gigs of RAM. This would have been as far as we
Maybe
could
it's
get,
not
possibly.
age
I'm
for
not even
age
confident
10
it would launch, to be honest. Oh,
or
and with
11.
that,
I
Portal
don't
2,
know.
Max.
Or especially 4. None of those ages are my ages.
Because on any given day, we're all mechanics,
I'm
carpenters, fixers,
Max settings, 1080p.
What age do you think I am?
Very Xbox 360-esque 30 FPS. Honestly, the worst part about this is just the mouse
To think
latency. This is with VSync
what
off.
age I am.
Not great.
Subscribe
Let's see what we can do.
Subscribe if I'm
FPS. Hey,
8.
there we go. I dumped anti-aliasing and I dumped shaders.
Or
I
like
think you can
if I'm
tell.
9.
This is pretty good now. We're definitely using more than 4 gigs of RAM. But yeah, this is more than playable. This is straight up a good time. I'm actually pretty impressed.
You guys are probably gonna hit the like or subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Please.
Like a second-gen desktop i3. So this is exceeding my expectations. And I haven't looked at what the GPU is about equivalent to. Ah, that's right. The internet keeps crapping out on this thing. Something is really wrong with either the driver or the Ethernet controller itself on here. I just have to disable and then re-enable the Ethernet controller and then yeah. Alright, here's a couple of points of comparison for you guys. There's the iGPU in this thing, a GTX 750 Ti, and a GTX 1050 Ti. And as you can see, we're not exactly playing with power. Okay, you know earlier when I was playing Half-Life 2, I was dunking on the Intel integrated graphics of the era? Let's see. Okay, good. We are still better off with the Radeon, and kind of by a substantial amount. Okay. Imagine getting 7 FPS. I'll take my 10, thank you very much.
Yeah, baby.
Fortress 2. Whoa, whoa, this is not great. 64-bit is coming soon. 64-bit is coming soon. 64-bit is coming. This is what we get until then. 25 FPS, if we're lucky. Alright, we're going N64 mode. I guess this is technically an improvement.
N64.
Are you kidding me? I don't even know if I
That's
should
what
blame
happens
the
on my
machine or the
computer. It
TFT for
crashes
that one.
and it turns
Oh,
off and
boy.
it restarts
Alright, one
like a
more
whole
time.
computer.
Oh, is that so? Love this game. I love this game. I really, really like this game. Alright, well, rather than waste more time in Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike 2. Please visit AMD support to download the latest driver. Sorry, Counter-Strike, but, there's no better driver. I can't even... Or is it loading? Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, there he is. Quickly, change the settings. Alright, I'm not wasting any time. None, low. Okay, perfect. Does this even matter? Can I even choose this on this card? Okay, well, we'll see if that even does anything. And then see you later resolution. Can we go any lower? Yeah, we can. Ah, there we go. I've learned my lesson with the bots, so I'm gonna play a real game. Look at that JPEG back there. Wow, you can count the number of pixels. Well, if there's no texture filtering, at least. Okay. Oh man. Okay, nice. What the heck, dude? Where's the overlay? Okay, well, we can't see our frame rate, unfortunately. Hold on. I was also told that the in-game frame counter in CS2 causes
Now
performance
I'm gonna
issues,
have
but
to
it's all we've got.
upload on
Keep it
Sundays
on for now.
and Saturdays,
Oh man.
and on the days I can, because
I've never
every
even seen a
single
game
day
look
off
like
I
this.
probably
Is
have
this like film
school,
grain in the game or
and
something?
I'm
This
in
is
second
bizarre.
grade, and
Okay, so now let's
the
turn
teacher said
FPS
I
counter
probably
off.
have
I
9.5
would not say
days
that that is
left
noticeably better.
because of
Well,
spring
it's a
break,
kill.
so
I am a robot. Oh, it's like
then
all
I'm
bots.
gonna
I mean, I'm
go
not the one calculating the bots though, so it
to a
shouldn't be
different school
impacting my
next.
performance.
Shout out
Uh-oh.
to me if you see me in that school.
I just spawn, the game freezes, and then I'm dead. What is going on? I think that's a gun. Oh,
Any teachers watching?
okay.
Because if
Try
they
going
are,
a little higher,
you're welcome
just so this game
to
is
my channel.
playable. I know we don't exactly have the spare performance to back this up, but you never know. You never know. See, now this looks like a real video game again. Oh, okay, never mind. Guess we're going to baggage. The frame rate is
Baggage.
better? Frame times are worse, but when it's not stuttering so bad that my gun disappears, it's like 20 FPS. Chicken. Does that count as
22
one kill?
freaking minutes!
Did I do it?
This video is freaking long. How many more minutes are there? So there's...
What? I feel like I'm gonna get VAC banned. I'm just gonna set off the wrong anti-cheat thing. I'm never gonna be able to play this
3
game
more
again. I
minutes.
think
Well,
that chicken was our one kill. GG Counter-Strike 2. And now finally, Doom Eternal.
Listen up, y'all. They're living in our hotels, our
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? I didn't want to play Doom Eternal anyway. Oh boy. We're gonna dump the resolution. Everything else is already at low.
he calls
And
it
at
dump.
720p,
I'll actually dump stuff. Say goodbye
okay.
to my dad's clothes.
Well, down we go. Ah, yes. The real Doom. We found it. This is pretty bad. I could be wrong, but this feels worse than it did on the Google Meet. I mean, I guess the Google Meet is a good bit newer than this. So, the sorta, kinda prototype Steam box looks like a Jimmy Neutron hypercube. How do you feel about it? It's fine. It's kind of cool. The I/O is pretty good. If you're an eSATA enjoyer, you're really gonna like it. But if you like your Ethernet port working consistently, you're not gonna like it. It's, I don't know. The history of these devices is pretty cool. Apparently they weren't good enough for Valve, and I kind of see why. It ran up to Portal 2 okay. It's not bad. It's a hard little guy to hate. I don't know. I like it. Am I going to turn it on ever again? Actually, I think I would. Because think back. Think back to the start of the 2010s. Microsoft wanted every app to be on the Microsoft Store, and Valve was shitting their pants about it. Valve starts developing SteamOS 1.0.
Bring us studios.
I kind of
Why?
try this thing with